How to reclaim your focus and energy.
Today on the Wandering But Not Lost podcast.
Welcome to Wandering But Not Lost, your online source for finding balance so that you can align, connect, and prosper. And now your hosts, Jen O'Brien and Matt Emerson.
Well, welcome back to the Wandering But Not Lost podcast, where we explore, elevate, and expand. You can find all the show notes over at wbnlpodcast.com. This is episode 337. Wow, it's just when you do 2 podcasts a week, all of a sudden they start adding up, for crying out loud. What the heck's up with that?
Which is a good thing.
I guess so it is. Well, today we're going to dive into a topic that I would say most of us need. It's the digital detox. Hello. Yeah, here we go. If you ever felt overwhelmed by consistent notifications, we just had that come up in the last podcast we did. Interesting. Yeah. Endless scrolling or just the sheer amount of time spent on screens, this podcast is for you. Thank you so much. But before we even get there, I'd like to remind you that last week on episode 335, we had a free download that we hadn't quite finished yet, but it's up and it's live right now. It's the Get Back on Track guide, because that was our topic last week. And this is an awesome download because it just kind of gives you some suggestions and ways that you can actually get back on track. So I think it's a 4 or 5 step process that you can go through.
Completely free
to get you where you want to go, right? So you can get that Get Back on Track download over at wanderingbutnotlost.com. Go to our download links right at the top of the page, and you can download that and get back on track for absolutely free. So go over there and do that. There is no cost to that download.
And check back often, because we are going to have a plethora of very powerful and engaging and thoughtful downloads for you to use at wanderingbutnotlost.com. We're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be download mania, and a lot of them are going to be complimentary. But you know,
digital download awesomeness.
Yeah, there you go. All of that. All right, so let's dive into our topic today about detoxing from
shutting it off every once in a while.
Yeah, getting off your screens here for a little bit. So let's start with a really big question here. Ask yourself this: how do you know if you need a digital detox? Now, here are some signs that you might need one. And I'm afraid that probably all of these will be flashing red lights in all of our minds right now.
Shut my phone off.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, do you check your phone constantly? Studies show that the average person, listen to this, picks up their phone over 100 times a day.
Completely believe it.
I know, but when you hear these numbers, they're kind of a little bit mind blowers. It's like, holy crap, what did we ever do before we had these damn phones? It's kind of crazy. So 100 times a day, that's probably too much. You could probably do something better with your time.
Too much.
I don't know, maybe not though. I'm going to listen to all of your excuses. Give me your excuses why you need to pick up your phone 100 times a day in the comments, because I would love to hear what they are. And then we'll just do separate podcasts over why you maybe don't need to do it for XYZ. So this is a challenge. Put your comments right in or give me your reasons or your excuses in the comments here. Here's another one. Your attention span feels shorter. Because I know that is certainly the case. If you're struggling to focus, that could be your digital download, that it's just kind of messing you up there. Your sleep is suffering. Blue light and late night scrolling messes with your melatonin production. So that's just that is a scientific fact, folks. So blue screens are not just a made up thing. That's a real thing.
Does that include leaving your TV on?
Pardon me?
That probably includes leaving your TV on.
It does, because that is absolutely blue light. It's not, a screen is not just your phone. Your screen is your iPad. Your screen is your television. Your screen is really anything that's actually emitting light back at you. So There you are. If you feel more anxious or stressed, there's a lot of things to blame that on, of course, but your screens could be one of them. The social media comparison that you're always doing, the doom scrolling, the nonstop email and texting, all that does is just create mental clutter. So that could be a reason. And here's a good one. What if you're missing real life moments? If your first instinct is to grab your phone instead of being present in the moment, I think it's time for a little reset. What would you say, Jen O'Brien?
Yes. Reset me.
So let's talk about some of the benefits of a digital detox. And this is why you should do them. So here's what happens when you take control of your actual screen time. You get more mental clarity. I think everyone would love a little bit more of that. Your brain can now focus on what actually matters and not going down all these rabbit holes that you tend to go down when you're on your screen a lot. You get better sleep. Less blue light equals better melatonin production, which equals deeper sleep. And this is really the truth. My wife and I are big TV watchers, and we had gotten into the pattern for a long time of this kind of being the way you go to sleep. You know, you get into your routines, and sometimes your routines are not the best routines for you. Right? They may work for a while, but they're maybe not giving you the best side effects that you need. So get rid of your screens at night. And that I think they're saying that you should really be off them at least an hour before you actually go to sleep too, to get your body kind of detoxed from the screen from the day. Doing a detox can lower your stress and anxiety. So reducing screen time equals fewer distractions, right? And you have more calm in your life. And get this one, you can actually improve your relationships. What a great idea, because real connections are better than digital connections.
Because maybe you're having real conversations?
Yeah, you're having real conversations. You ever have those conversations where you're talking about something and something will come up, like a question will come up, like, I don't know, the Oscars happened a couple of weeks ago or last weekend, right? And you're just like, what was it that won the Oscar for Best Picture last year? Well, of course, immediately you're just going to pick your screen up to find out. But You know what? This is a fun exercise. Try to figure it out without looking.
By the way, what was the answer?
I have no idea. So, no, wasn't it Everything Everywhere, Everything Everyone Wants? Wasn't that last year?
I don't know if it was last year.
I don't know. But that's the thing.
That was definitely one.
It's a little bit of a mind challenge to go in and actually try to think of it before you pick your screen up. So, and it's a fun game you can play with your.
Honestly, Matt, that is a great point, because I have this compelling desire, but I did shut my phone off, to go look it up right now because I want to know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But you know what? It can wait. You don't need to know it right this very minute.
And
if you forget to look it up, it's not something you really needed to know in the first place. And I think that's really the key to this whole thing, right? We're in this cycle right now. Or not right now. We're in this cycle where everything is just, I can get everything I want. Oh my God. So you're always just
instant gratification.
It's go. And here's what I really think. Now the relationship one is strong, but here's even one that I think is more stronger. And it really ties into a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about over the years, right? It's more time for you. It's more time where you can reflect. It's more time where you can actually understand what's going on with your life and in your body and in your, what's going on in your universe, in your world. You have more time for hobbies. You have more time for movement, which Lord knows we talk about a lot. Mindfulness, things that actually fill your cup. Don't you want to fill your cup?
Yes,
you want to fill your cup on a daily basis.
Good stuff.
So there's a lot of good reasons to do a digital detox. So here's just a couple ideas on how you can actually get started. So this is how you can actually do this. You don't have to quit cold turkey. And I actually tell you, you don't have to quit cold turkey. You should not quit cold turkey. It's not going to work for you. It's like going on a crazy diet that you stay on for a couple of weeks. You lose some weight. You're all pumped about it. And it's like, that eclair looks kind of good. And the next thing you know, you're off on another thing. You're off your thing altogether. It's got to be about a lifestyle change. You got to be changing the way you personally do your own damn business. So here's just 5 simple ways that you can actually get started on this process. One way is just to set tech-free times. And this sounds so, well, once again, all of our stuff is easy. This isn't hard, because if it's hard, you can't do it. Set a tech-free time. Try a no-phone zone, for example, like in the morning or before bed. Turn off your notifications. Just turn off your notifications, because less ping equals more peace. Less ping, more peace. And isn't that the truth?
Less ping, more peace.
Replace your scrolling with something better. Like, I don't know, read a book. Read a book.
I literally was just having that thought. I have all these books piled up.
I know. And I think what? That is so funny. I've got my sweet pea and I, we always give each other books for Christmas. And she used to be a voracious reader, and she would read all the time. She's gotten off that. She's on her screen more than she used to be. But over the holiday break, she was actually reading some books. from last year's Christmas. So not this last year, but the year before last, right? 2024. So, and I had not picked up one book she had given me from 2024, and she gave me some great ones because I had just been busy doing it just wasn't part of my thing. So the book thing is fun.
Do you have some from 2025 also?
Yes. So, and I actually have started. See, here's the thing. We like to practice what we preach here at WBNL Coaching and WBN Wandering But Lost. So I am actually trying to pick up my book, and we are sectioning out a part of our weekend to be our reading time, which has been super fun. And the first chapter I read on that book, I thought to myself, why did I stop doing this? What was it that got me off this?
Now,
this is wonderful.
To paraphrase the great Yoda, there is no try, do or do not.
That is.
And honestly, while you were just talking about that, I have a bad addiction to the TV being on as part of my process to go to sleep.
Yep.
And then I'll forget to put the timer on. I am making a commitment right now to myself, Matt's hearing me, and anybody else who's made it this far through our podcast. I have a pile of books. I'm going to do that 1 hour before, all screens off, and start picking up a real book, which I really enjoy, and read until I fall asleep.
That is a brilliant idea, because we are still doing the television thing too, because I'm there. I'm ready to have it off.
I got to ease out of it.
Yeah, my sweet pea's not there. So here's a suggestion for easing out of it, because this is what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
And I don't do this an hour before, so I'm not getting that full benefit of no hour, the hour before of no screen. But those little masks you can put on, those little sleep masks?
Mm-hmm.
I put on my sleep mask when it's when I know it's time for me to start shutting down. So I'm not getting the screen in my face. I'm getting some audio still. So it's a little bit of a detox for me out of that. And I tell you, I can go to sleep a lot faster when I don't have that light in my face. So that is 100% true. And I'll get my wife there eventually. She'll get there. But that's what I do. So step by step, because here, always remember, you don't have to go jump into everything just full on. Do a little bit at a time, baby steps, right? The small things add up to the big things. So, or use time limits. Set a app timer to cut back on your time on your screens. Here's what you really need to do: is get outside. Just get outside and be in nature. Nature is the best way you are going to detox. Period. So there is all there is to that. So I want to just bring in something that we're going to be starting actually this coming Sunday. I'm going to be dropping a video that is called the 30-Day Digital Detox Challenge. All right. So the Detox Challenge, and we have set this up for you because once again, we want things to be simple. The Detox Challenge is set up to where we have a full-on 30-day checklist of things that you can try every single day to detox.
One thing a day?
One thing a day. But what we've done in this, and it's in the instructions, is not do this like you have to do this on day one or you have to do this on day two. You go through this list and you do the things on that day that you feel like you want to do, and you check it off. And then the next time, obviously that one's been done, so you don't have to do that one again, but you go back and you do another one. So it's not going to be like we're forcing you to do something on a particular day. You pick out of 30 things what you can do on those days, which I think makes it a much more powerful tool because, and let's go through some of these while we're sitting here talking.
I'm reading it.
Yeah. Start your day tech free. No phones for the first 30 minutes. The next one is turn off all essential notifications for the full day. Can you try that one? Just try it, because I know we all have notifications on our phone. And once again, no ping equals peace. So think about that, right?
I go for a walk without your phone.
Okay. I never do this because I usually am playing to music or listening to a podcast or something. I did it last week, Jan, and it's kind of amazing because I always
do that one. I
know that I'm aware when I'm in when I'm outside, I do stupid things, Jan, like I've told you, I pick a tree of the week when I'm walking around, right? So I always feel like I'm connected, but without your phone and you're walking and you're really listening to everything that's going on to your audio senses. It's crazy. Yeah,
I'm on it.
So that's a huge one. And it's one, and
it's immediately. It's just so. Let's just try this on first sight. So I am trying that one on, and immediately this thing goes. This is where your pushback's going to come. Everyone is like, well, what if somebody needs to call me, or what if I miss a call, or what if there's an emergency? I think that's where we go. So here's the question: what did you do? When we grew up, we didn't have all this.
No.
What did you do if we didn't worry about that stuff is what happened. We weren't constantly worrying about, I have to know what's going on every second of the day. Yeah. No, we were in such better spaces growing up and younger before we had all this technology, right? We go out and play. Kids go out and play and make things up. And, remember, we used the rotary phone. Nobody talked to each other that often. You would go see each other. Think about that for a minute. But I immediately got a response in my body that said that when I was saying, I'm going to go for a walk without my phone. I'll report back how it went, Matt.
Yeah, please try that one. I'm telling you, when I did that, it was a different experience. And I thought I had mastered the walk.
All right.
I found out that I had
not. I'm feeling like ready to go.
Yeah. So anyway, we have talked about that. Given you a little preview of what that document's going to be like. And it's all about one small change per day. One small change per day can make such a huge difference. You can break away from screens and overload and create healthier habits. That challenge is coming out this coming Sunday. I'm doing a whole video on that challenge itself. So we're going to talk through all of these step-by-step points. We're going to talk about some of the reasons why these things are great and ways you can mix up that list to where maybe there's some of these things you don't want to do or you can't do, and how you can double up. But the whole key is the day after that Monday after, whatever, it doesn't make a difference what day that is.
Or what day you started. You might be seeing this podcast months from now. Just know that video is over at wanderingbutnotlost.com.
That's exactly right. That video's there, and it's accompanied.
No time like the present to start your digital detox.
That's right. So I will challenge you in that video to start that right away, because it will. I don't think you really understand how much you are on your screens.
Yeah.
The statistic that really blows my mind is that we are literally on our screens between 4 and 6 hours a day. And if you do the math on that, it sounds ridiculous, because I know you don't sit around for an hour, or do you? Because I think sometimes that is exactly what you do. But if you do the math on that, that is almost 2 full years of being on your screen every year. 2 full months, excuse me. Yeah. 2 full months of being on your screen every year. That's unbelievable. And you can just know that 2 months of anything is probably not a good thing. I'm just saying, right? So, all right, friends, let's recap today's video just for a second here. This was, by the way, 337. Digital overload is real, but we can take control. You know how to do that, whether it's setting boundaries for yourself, turning off your notifications, or joining our 30-day detox challenge. Small changes lead to big results. And if you found this episode helpful, make sure you subscribe, share, and please leave us a little review over on one of your podcast channels. So that would be an awesome thing. We love that. We love 5-star reviews. We'll see you next week with more ways to explore, elevate, and expand.